What's up, everybody? Welcome to the We Believe Players podcast, brought to you by Aztec Link and the We Believe Network. Alongside us today, we have Ross Ulugalu-Maseuli joining us, and Kylie Grace Freeland, as always, as our co-host. Great to have you on, Ross.
Man, it's great being here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, right off the bat, of course, you're coming off of graduating here. Can you just talk about, your final season as an Aztec? You go 9-4. You lose the bowl game, unfortunately, but what a successful season it was coming off a 3-9 season. Just talk about the memories you made along the way, how that season will stand out to you as you look back on it.
Yeah, I mean it was a great season. Going from a 3-9 team to a 9-4 team, it's something that doesn't really happen in college football. And being able to be a captain during the time and lead guys into some guys their last football game or their last football season ever, or just sending a lot of guys off. And there's a lot of memories from Aztec football. Been there 5 years, so I mean, it's not like it was just 1 year of memories for me. Like, met one of my closest friends to this day, talk to still, Jonah Tavai, from my freshman sophomore year. Like, there's so many memories just going back through it. And then you talk about the last season and those beach workouts, the team building, everything that was going on, and it was just a great environment to be around and great people to be around. And there's nothing like a close bonded team that makes it far, that's gonna build these relationships for the rest of my life.
And what was your most memorable game?
This year or ever?
With San Diego State.
San Diego State. Mm, it was either my freshman year when we beat Utah in triple overtime. Even though I didn't play, that was still one of the craziest nights of my life. And or probably beating the team up north this last season in their home, taking the trophy back to our home where it belongs. And rivalry games are always the best feeling.
Are you going to plan on trying to come back and watch one of the games here next season?
Yeah, man. I mean, hopefully I make a team, so it'll be hard for me to come back. But
Yeah,
uh, yeah, I
try to
mean,
stay there.
yeah. But man, I would love to come back and watch a SDSU game. That's family to me. 5 years, never left. It's rare for a lot of people to stay all 4 to 5 years, and being able to do that and make a successful person out of myself and the player I am today, is pretty extraordinary. So yeah, I'd love to come back and watch a SDSU game.
Well, Ross, I mean, you're trying your best, right, to get to the NFL right now. Talk about a little bit what the pre-draft routine looks like. What are you kind of prepping for as you get ready here in the next couple
Um,
months?
yeah, I mean, I played this last season pretty heavy, so I felt good. But when it comes to the pre-draft stuff, like you have the pro day, which is all these running drills, these lateral drills. So I had to cut a good amount of weight, um, and then like just being able to move laterally and still getting stronger every day. Like I'm in the building Monday through Friday, get in around like 10:30, not leaving until around like 3:30.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's every day, and just working on my craft. And it's a great time. I mean, especially because I'm not in a hotel room like other guys where they're just staying by themselves. I'm training with a whole bunch of guys that are real cool. So I'm training with one of the guys that I went against this year at San Jose State, living with this dude, and building bonds. And it's great. It's great. It's this whole process is a blessing. So
So is that why you're up in Colorado right now?
yeah, I'm up in Colorado training. Yeah, I wanted to get the elevation, lose weight, get away from people. If I stayed home, a lot of food my mom would make, and I couldn't be around too many people, and just getting by myself, or at least by away from everything. And especially this elevation here is pretty insane. So that's why I'm out here.
Is the breathing harder up there? Have you had a hard time working out at times because of it?
Man, probably like the first 2 weeks, I still couldn't breathe. I was dying. So I like even walking up a pair of like a set of stairs, like
Oh,
The gym that we're in, you got to go up like a flight of stairs. I go up that flight, and before the workout, I'm just like,
I still
like
got to.
yeah, like those first 2 weeks were brutal, but I'm starting to catch on to it, and I've been here. Like a lot of guys go back and forth between home and stuff on the weekends, but I just stayed here just because getting away from distractions and getting away from everything. So
How have you adjusted to the weather up there?
honestly, it hasn't been too bad. Like it
Really?
rained, it snowed maybe 2 days, 3 days since I've been here. Um, but like it gets like 50 degrees during the day, which is not terrible for me. I'm a bigger boy,
No.
so like I like the cold. But yeah, it's like 50s, 40s. Like at nighttime, it'll hit like 20s, maybe a little lower, like in the tens. But like I'm inside, so there's
Yeah, most important part.
yeah.
And what do you think, like, the biggest lesson that San Diego State has taught you that you're going to carry with you throughout this whole entire process?
Um, Probably that. Well, probably two. There's one from Coach Hall when he was there. When I was getting in trouble, and he was like, "Hey, there's always gonna be somebody better than you. You just gonna have to get better. Like there's always gonna be someone better than you. You just have to have more heart and keep pushing." And
Yeah.
you're a nobody. Like you're a nobody now. Like when I got to college, he told me I'm a nobody, which it took me a while to realize. But like it's true. Like I get to college, I'm really a nobody. Like and I have to restart that whole process over from I'm a nobody. Like I'm going into the NFL draft. I'm a nobody. I have to make a name for myself. So that's one from Hall, and then from this last team was just 1% better every day. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So that's what I'm striving to do. Just get 1% better every day, and you just keep stacking +1 days, and it's gonna all come together. So that's another thing that I'm taking with me to my grave.
Well, Ross, you're out of La Mesa. You're basically a San Diego hometown kid. You played for three different high schools in the area: Cathedral Catholic, Modern Day, J. Sarah, not too far. I mean, at the end of the day, what brought you to the Aztecs after all that?
I'm actually a Spring Valley kid.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Spring Valley kid. A lot of people are. I don't know where. It got posted everywhere that I was from La Mesa.
it,
I'm
yeah, they
actually
got it
from
in your
Spring
bio
Valley.
all over.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. And a lot of people say I went to Modern Day San Diego. I didn't go to Modern Day San Diego.
No,
Yeah,
I have
no,
no.
like I went to Modern Day Santa Ana. So that's what like a lot of people get me confused with a lot of different things. But you know, in San Diego, that's home for me. But coming out of high school from Modern Day, I had a whole bunch of offers. But Bama, Oregon, Michigan. But I actually SDSU wasn't even in my top five when I released it.
Really?
Yeah, which was
What?
crazy because
So someone came flying in at the end and convinced you to come down south a little bit.
honestly, no, it was there was a lot of factors going into it. Like I almost went to Michigan, but then at the time my dad's health started
Mm,
declining, and my grandpa's health started declining, and I didn't know, if something were to happen to them while I was 6 hour flight, 7 hour flight away, if I could really live with myself if something were to happen. So I decided to stay home, watch my grandpa, help my sister take care of my dad, and yeah, that's really how it came about. And Coach Schmidt, he was here, and then he left. I committed while he was here, and then he left, and then he came back.
exactly.
So yeah, so yeah, there was a lot of factors that went into it, and I wouldn't rather have any other old line coach than Schmidt. He's a great dude on and off the field. I mean, on the field, you hear him from a mile away yell at me, but that's what I
Mhm.
like. That's what I love.
Well, you brought up your dad. I mean, I've had conversations with you about this before with Chris Gorder. I mean, just talk about how important he was to your life. I mean, the inspiration he's given you. I can tell, it's inspired you along the way so much.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a big part of my life. I love my dad. He was away for a good amount when I was really young. Um, so him being able to come back and be that male role model for me, especially because I grew up in like a three-bedroom house with 28 of us, and it was only me and my little cousin were the only boys. So I grew up with a whole bunch of girls, and my uncles, and then they tried, but like my dad is really what pushed me to be the man I am today, and he put me through a lot, like a lot of training. My dad played football. I actually don't know if anyone knows or if I said it last time, but my dad was the original character in the Gridiron Gang movie. He was
Hmm.
playing while he was locked up. Yeah, so he was one of the original characters in that movie, and yeah, he loved football. He put football onto me. I was playing before he got out, but like I didn't really love it. Like it wasn't my favorite thing in the world. I just did it because my mom wanted me to. And then my dad got out and he just, told me what it means to be a football player and like the relationships, the life lessons, everything that comes with being a football player. And, he taught me to be tough, taught me to be, the, the, the tough player I am today.
Of
Because,
course.
I didn't run through someone's face. He was gonna let me know. Or if I got my face ran through, he was gonna let me know. So, my dad is, everything to me, and him passing before the 20 or in 2023 before the 2024 season, it was rough, but stuff happens. You push through it. Had a real good season. So, um, and then yeah, stuff happens, and you just keep going. And my pops always understood that and always told me that. So I give a lot of the my inspiration is from my dad. So he was a big part of me playing football and just me being a man.
It's amazing. Well, do you remember putting on the SDSU jersey for the first time? You think all the way back to your freshman year?
I don't. I remember getting in my first game.
Okay.
Oh, was it? I think it was my first game. Was against the team up north
You
when
they brought you in the rivalry. Way.
yeah, because we weren't. I don't know why we couldn't like. I think it was because it was the COVID year, and we were getting beat pretty bad. So we had a lot of guys out from COVID. So I had some trash time, but my first real like actual playing time was in the championship game. Actually, my freshman year. I mean, I played special teams, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
But
different.
huh?
I said it's different. Like
Yeah.
instead of being on the line, I'm sure.
You're in those trenches. So I played in the championship game my freshman year. Uh, again, garbage time, but that's where my name ended up really getting out there. And honestly, that's why I kept 63 because I wanted 64 so bad. And like when all the articles came out about me being 63 and like the next person up, I was like, well, people already know me at 63. I might as well just keep it. Like there was no point in me changing it. So yeah, that was my first time putting on actually getting on the field and getting some time in. I remember because one of my friends freshman year he didn't travel and he sent me a video and he was like, "I see you, Ross," and it was like me and like another freshman there and like another guy that never got playing time, and they were like, I see you," and I was like, "Okay, this is dope."
Why'd you want a 64 so bad?
um, I think it was just because it was my freshman year number in high school, my freshman, sophomore, junior year in high school. Yeah. So like, and
Still
honestly,
was somewhat easy to move off from that.
yeah, like I didn't even know why I fell in love with the number. It kind of just stuck with me freshman,
Oh, being
sophomore,
from
junior. Yeah, like I was like at Cathedral, I was the first freshman ever to start the season on varsity in Cathedral history, and they just
oh
threw a
wow.
jersey on me.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah. So they just threw a jersey on me, and it was 64, and I was like, okay. Like this is a cool moment. So I kind of just kept 64, and then when I went to Mater Dei, I wore 75 because that was my dad's number. And then
Mm.
I didn't really like the way it looked on me. So then I went back to
Oh, it looked
64,
good on
and
your dad.
yeah, it looked good on him. Maybe not, and I tried going back to 64 when I got to college, and Chris Martinez was number 64. So then,
Mm.
y'all just didn't work out. They were like, okay, you want 64? Well, you can have one under, give you 63. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I just kept it. So,
That's awesome. And what do you think overall that the biggest lesson that football has taught you about yourself or just you as a man?
um, probably that, stuff's gonna get tough. Stuff's gonna get really hard. You're gonna hurt. You're gonna feel like you don't want to do this anymore. You're gonna feel like you don't want to do anything anymore. Like you just want to stay home. And you got people depending on you, no matter what it is. Like being a football player, it's not one person. It takes all 11. Like it doesn't matter how good you are. Someone's always depending on you. Being at center, the whole line's depending on me. Did you guys freeze?
Oh no, I get it's just
Are we
it's the
good?
don't worry too much.
Oh, okay.
You're
Um, okay. My bad. So yeah, someone's always depending on you. I'm at center. My guards are depending on me to get a call out. My quarterback's depending on me, and no matter how bad I'm hurting, if I'm not going, get someone else hurt. So stuff's always gonna be tough. Stuff's always gonna be hard. You just got to put a foot down and just go, go. No
course.
matter what, just go.
And Ross, talking about your graduation recently, talk about how important that was to finish up your education here at San Diego State, come out with a degree. Uh, tell us what the degree is, and take it from there.
Yeah. I got my degree in interdisciplinary studies with a minor in something ed, and
Oh, it's all good.
yeah. But honestly, it meant a lot to me to be able to get my degree because I'm first person in my family to graduate college. I mean, a lot of people in my family haven't even graduated high
Congratulations.
school. Yeah,
Wow, that's huge.
yeah. So I told my mom I'm thinking about, not walking and just going to the camp, whatever camp I get invited to, by NFL. Uh, she was mad. Yeah, she was real mad. But
She wants to see her baby walk across the stage.
yeah, I know. But I don't know. I've never been a school like activity guy. Like I didn't go prom. I didn't do homecomings. I didn't do any of these things. Like I didn't do the class trip. Um, yeah, I'm really just to myself. But I get it. Like if I have the opportunity to walk, or if I get picked up and the team gives me the opportunity to come back to San Diego and walk, it's for sure something that I'm probably gonna end up doing because I know how much it would mean to my family, and my grandma that took a lot of time raising me. She's gone now, but my grandpa's still here, and I know how much it would mean to them to see.
Mm.
I'm my grandma and grandpa's first grandkid or grandson. They had a lot of girls before me, but I'm the first grandson. Uh,
A lot of girls.
yeah, a lot of girls, but yeah, like yeah, I know how much it would mean to them, and especially to my mom and my dad too. So you know,
And how would you say SDSU's program kind of prepared you for the draft and your future ahead?
um, I really say that SDSU just put a working mentality into me. Like coming in to SDSU, I tell this one story a lot because my first workout at SDSU, I went off on Coach Hall, and nobody liked me because I was so out of shape. I came in at 375, so out of shape. and I just didn't like working out. And yeah, I fell to the ground, and during push-ups, he was like, "Get up," and I was like, "Nah." And I was like, "I'm not getting up." And then I went to the trash can and fake threw up for the rest of the lift. And that's when he sat me down and was like, "Hey, like, you're nobody." He was like, "You from out of there?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, so you think you're like top of the top, you know?" And I was like, "I mean," and he was like, "You're a nobody." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
A
Uh,
bit of a wake.
yeah, it was a little wake up
Yeah.
call for me. It just, after that, it took me a little bit to get into the groove of things and actually be able to finish workouts. But once I started finishing those workouts, like it put a new person into me. Like, I love working out. I love running like fast. I love, doing all those things that the coaches put me through because, I'm a football player. I gotta love
Hmm.
this. So yeah, I'd really say that it just put a working mentality into me because before that, I was not on the right track of being a good football player.
Could you talk about a little the strength staff right now with Sobel and Gorder and what they mean to you?
They mean a lot to me. I love the strength staff there. That's right. That's there now. Sobo, man, honestly, that whole strength and conditioning staff, Sobo,
Hmm.
Chris, G, like the way that they treat us like we're their kids, and like just like it's like a relationship of like half their kid, half their brother. So it's like it's really a great feeling because I could talk to Chris or Shobo or G about anything, and they'll give me a straight ear. They'll give me a straight mouth. Like they'll let me know what I should do, what I need to do. They'll be straight up with me, but like in a loving way. And
Of
they
course.
they mean a lot to me because those guys go at it every day. Like whatever workouts they
Yeah.
put us through, they're gonna do. Like that's what I love. A coach that's gonna go through the suck with you. So,
Mm.
it means
And
a
they're
lot to me.
amped up about it too.
Yeah, and they love it. They love that. Like it's crazy to me. Like they like even those beach workouts that we do, I know that they go do it before us or after us. Those stadiums, I know that they do it. So it means a lot to me when I can like count on somebody that's as excited to work out as they are to coach. You know, then they come with the
Would you,
energy every day. Sorry.
would you say a lot of your bonding as a team happens during those workouts?
I'd say a good amount of it. Like
Yeah.
going through hard stuff together is what builds brotherhood. Like you don't know how close you are to somebody until you're tested. Until you guys are tested together. Like it it's something that builds relationships and builds bonds that are going to last for a lifetime because you guys went through the same thing together. Like even
Yeah.
relationships outside of football, like, you and your brother, like at home, you guys are gonna fight a lot. Stuff is gonna suck. You're gonna get whooped together, and that's gonna build your relationship even more. Like it's every relationship there is. Like even relationships with a loved one. Like you guys are gonna go through problems, and that's what
Hmm.
brings you guys closer together. Like it's just overall, and those workouts are what really tests your brotherhood. Like it also tests like how much you can count on somebody. Like if I'm going through a hard workout and I see you fall to your knees, I'm not trusting you. I'm not I'm not believing in you. But thank the Lord that we had a team that nobody would accept failure. That's what brought us all together. Nobody accepted failure. If they fail, they got right back up. If they didn't get the rep, they're gonna put the weight down, pick it right back up. Like no one accepted being average, and that's what I loved about our team, and that's what really built our bonds. And like those workouts are something that are going to build bonds that like nobody's going to be able to break.
Well, Ross, thanks for hopping on this real quick though and talking to us for just about 30 minutes here. And we're wishing you a lot of luck. Just know all the San Diego State teams supporting you and your endeavors here as you look to get to the NFL.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, and really appreciate the energy, and thank you
Of
for.
course.
Yep.
Well, best of luck. Keep working hard. We're all supporting you, man.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. Have a good one.